Yeah, the initial kickoff meeting started off really well, but there were a lot of growing pains at the beginning. The issues that we had included finding the correct target market, getting all their emails, as well as figuring out what type of copy to go for and what type of approach to go for. So at the beginning, there was a few back and forth on that, but one of the things that Kas said to me was to trust into their process, since they've worked with dozens of other companies, not necessarily similar to ours, but they understand what works when it comes to copywriting and email marketing. So initially it was quite rocky, but after that, the results started to come in, and the results initially or essentially spoke for themselves. The communication was brilliant, actually. That's one thing I look for the most when working with a company, because I know how to do a lot of these things myself. So I'm always very hesitant and apprehensive as to why I should hire someone else to do it for me. But with Kas, I think it's partly because he's young, and partly also because we've also got a personal friendship there. His communication was top tier, not just from himself, but also from his team. We were kept updated regularly. We're given reports every day as to how many leads are coming in, how many emails are being sent. Also on LinkedIn, how many people are responding, all that stuff. So from our side, it was always very clear exactly what we were getting from this each day, each week, each month. So yeah, that's why we continue to still work with them to this day, as well as recommending them to some of our clients.
Perfect.
First week or two were quite slow, but that was always to be expected, considering being a fellow marketer myself. I understand that the first month requires a lot of testing, a lot of experimenting, gathering data, so we know what kind of copy to use, etc., etc. But once we hit the 3-week mark, that's when we started to get a couple of leads in. I remember the second week we were getting leads, but they weren't exactly qualified leads that we wanted to work with. But when it got to around week 3 and 4, we started to get booked calls. And then as time started to gradually go on, it got to a point where we were getting at least, I'd say, 5 bookings per week. And they were straight into our calendar. So we didn't really have to do anything but literally hop onto these calls and take it from there. Yeah, so over time, we were starting to get quite a few inbound inquiries. But one thing we're noticing is that we could optimize it a lot more than what it was. And I think over time, what happened was Kas and his team became more of our consultants and more of a partner with us, as opposed to an agency that we just hired to do one thing. And I think that's where over time it started to develop into more of a partnership, and they would help us optimize certain aspects, optimize the amount of people that we get converted onto a call, as well as optimizing the amount of calls that get converted into real-time clients. So in terms of CRO, you can tell that these guys really know what they're doing, because it's not just about how many leads you get, it's about how many of those leads turn into actual customers. And they really killed it with that front. Yeah, I would 100% recommend Kas Andz Marketing Group to anyone that's interested in basically generating more leads and optimizing their sales funnel. What I would say is, if you're someone who is quite apprehensive, maybe you've been burnt out a lot in the past, simply have a call with this guy and you'll understand very quickly that this guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to marketing in general. And it's really as simple as that. I'm not going to say to you should hire them, because obviously you got to do your own due diligence. But once you get on a call with this guy, you will understand very quickly that he knows what he's talking about. So yeah, I definitely recommend them.